Welcome to the Menopause Stories podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Tamara Beckford, founder and medical director of Truly Balanced Wellness Care. This is the space where we stop the guesswork and start the optimization. We're pulling back the curtain on that midlife hijack and giving high achieving women the clinical roadmaps and unfiltered stories they need to reclaim their edge. Let's get into today's story. Welcome back. Alrighty, everyone. I'm so excited today to have on our show one of my aunts. So, the good thing about today's show and today's episode is that we have someone who has been in healthcare. And Aunt Verna, as beautiful, you see, vibrant as she is, she's been on and given us some nuggets in the past. But today, one of the beauty about this is you're getting some info from someone who have lived this experience and also who is 9 years young. Aunt Verna is a retired nurse. She worked in England and here in the United States. And she's been so given of her stories, and we're gonna learn a little bit about like what it's like going through this thing called menopause as another healthcare professional during the time when finding out about this thing about the hormone therapy. Yes, no, in between every little thing. Verna's gonna share it with us. So I want you to welcome my Aunt Verna. Alrighty, Aunt V, go ahead and say hello.
Thank you for having me. I am Verna Thompson.
Go ahead.
I'm 91 years old. And I must say, we're talking about menopause.
Yeah. So tell me, when did you start noticing any changes? Like for example, during the time like we even think about like perimenopause or so. This is like the late 40s, in your late 40s, early 50s. At that point in your career, like where were you? Were you living here in the United States? Were you in
No,
England?
partially, it sometimes in Jamaica and
Okay.
sometimes in the United States. But
Mm-hmm.
when I started menopause, there was not any in-depth education, perimenopause or
Yeah.
postmenopause.
Right.
It
Wow.
was taboo. I think it was a taboo in my feeling very cross, very out of sorts. And this was maybe 45, if I can remember back then. Very out of
You
sorts.
said you think it was a taboo topic at that time?
I think so. There was not, it was just you go through the change, and that was it.
That was it. No one talked about
That
it.
was it.
No one
No- Nobody
no one talked
discussed it.
about it.
No, even in my nursing career, it didn't really was a discussion like it is now, which I'm so happy that it is to the forefront, and women,
Mm-hmm.
all women will accept their menopausal symptoms and learn a little bit
Mm-hmm.
about it.
Yeah.
I remember just feeling hot from my waist up to my head, just from
Wow.
waist to the top of my head. I felt like running outside and stripping my clothes off.
Wow.
That was the symptoms. And I went through this, I think, for about a year or so.
Hmm.
Nobody to talk to. You're just going through menopause. Change. It was not menopause. It was just a change.
The change.
Change of life. You're just going through the change of life. You didn't discuss it. You just feel hot. It is just from the waist up. You're not
Wow.
hot in your legs or anything.
Just your waist up.
Just
So how
from
would you
you,
say that
me, from
that
my
that
waist up.
how would you say that affected like your day-to-day life during that time?
I did not really hear the word stress
Mm-hmm.
in my time. But
Mm-hmm.
I thinking back now, it was a stressful time,
Wow.
because you were cross. You were very cross with everything. And you
Mm-hmm.
just would think, and you're not sure what it is. But you
Right.
just feel hot. You get no, and you will talk to the physician, and he say, "Oh, it's just a change."
And a lot of dismissal, right? Oh, it's just
Very
a change. Like,
dismissive,
wow.
and then you have to think, "Oh God, am I the only?" And
Yeah.
you think back, and I think back now that
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate the teaching and the in-depth information
Mm-hmm.
that is disseminated amongst women.
Yeah.
Thank you all for that.
Yeah. we had to be like our own advocates in some ways, right? Because you are feeling as if, like you said, you're the only one. This is
Yes.
the time when you yourself were in healthcare, you are being dismissed. And this is around, like, what year was this, Aunt V?
I had my last child at 35, 36.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my first child at 32. So
Wow.
you have to say I had a child every year for 3 years.
Oh my God. Now, in like, so the kids were like teenagers, and you're going through all of this, and you're a
And I'm
career.
married, and I'm married to a husband who is demanding. You have to wait on them, have your children, and you are just feeling so hot. I
Right.
just feel the heat. That I can describe it. An overwhelming heat from your waist to your head.
Wow. So you have this overwhelming heat, you have this demanding family and your career, because at that time you're still,
I'm still in the workforce.
yeah, and you're feeling this crazy sensation, feeling as if you're the only one, being dismissed when you bring it up to your physician. And can you believe that this year, 2026, there's some women that's still going through that exact same thing?
I can't believe that. That is unbelievable. Yeah,
Mm,
but yet again, we have come a long ways. I think we're on the right path, but still a
absolutely.
long ways to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think this teaching maybe is not reaching some of the rural areas. Maybe,
Mhm.
maybe I don't know. Maybe, but everybody can access
You
information
on
now.
here telling us stories so that we can disseminate this information all over the globe, even to the rural areas. Because, like you said, there's still a woman who is going to her doctor, feeling this the overwhelming sense of heat and feeling cross or feeling, upset, can't understand why she's not able to process information as well as she used to,
Yes.
and thinking that she's going crazy, and then she's being
You,
dismissed.
you really think you're going round the bend. Yes, you think
Yeah.
you're going off your head.
Yeah.
And
Are there any things that you found at that time that you did to try to help you to feel better? Was it like communicating with other women? Was it taking any particular supplements? Was it doing anything, or you just wrote it
there
out?
was no supplement. Even about 91, there is no supplement. There was no supplement, but there was nothing I thought I could take that would take away this feeling.
Wow.
But in hindsight, I think sometimes I'm still having hot flashes.
Really?
So I think maybe, I don't know. But
Wow.
sometimes I just feel
That
flushed,
yeah, that
flushed.
rush. Wow. You
I'm
know,
not sure if that's aging or still function on the change,
right? It's like the forever change.
forever changing.
And Verna, during the time, like we said, you were in healthcare and you were a nurse. Tell us a little bit about the type of nursing that you did and where you worked. And let's start off with that, because I want to
I
dive into the fact that,
I was trained in
we're-
England. I graduated as a registered nurse in England.
wow.
I worked in England in medical, on the medical floor.
Mhm.
That time we had no private rooms. We had a big ward of 20, 30 patients lined up. And then I went into occupational health.
Okay.
I worked at Alcan, Jamaica, Canada for about 15 years. And then I came to America. I worked at a hospital for maybe 5 years. And then I went to home health. And
Okay.
home health was my education about if women,
Mhm.
who are ill, you have to, do assessment. And they still are complaining about on the change.
Wow. So when
And
you first started noticing, and your first set of patients that were going through these changes, were you having any of those symptoms at that time?
well, I think I had gone through. I was just, I think, coming out of it.
Ah,
And I really don't think you ever stop going through the change. In my mind, I don't think it really ever stopped.
Were you able to be a source of comfort or a sounding board for these women to make
Yes,
them realize, like, listen, you're not crazy. Like, yeah,
I,
you are going
yes,
through
I
this.
was able to say all women at some time or the other will have those symptoms, and some handle it differently. Everybody handle the change, I think, differently.
Absolutely.
Some people will go mental, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, really
Have you
mental,
seen that?
and then they don't think it's a change. They think you're just
Real talk, ladies. You've been Googling your symptoms, bringing your labs to your appointments, and still leaving with everything looks fine. It is not fine, and you know it. That is why I created the Hormone Manifesto, a 60-minute course that teaches you exactly what your hormone lab means, what optimal looks like for your body, and the exact questions to ask your provider at your next appointment. 6 modules, a clinical reference guide that you get to keep forever. Available nationwide for just $97. Grab it at go.trulybalanced.wc.com/the-hormone-manifesto. Link is also in the show notes. Now back to menopause stories.
crazy.
Wow.
But the source need attention, which I think it's
Mhm.
beginning to come forefront now.
Is there any particular story that comes to mind of someone who went crazy during this phase that you can enlighten the
um
audience? Doesn't have to be any names, but just the story itself.
I there was a lady
Mhm.
my age. This was long time ago, and in talking, she said she wasn't feeling well, and she was just. I said, "Have you been to the doctor?" She said, "Yes, I've been to the doctor. I've told him how I feel, and they didn't give me anything." And the next thing I heard that she had gone out and take off all her clothes because I guess she was overwhelmingly hot.
Right.
Took off all her clothes in the middle of the street. Of course, they took her to the mental hospital, and I never saw her again.
Again, wow. To think that when we even look back at that now, and to think that this is someone who, if the information that we had available now, that we could provide that info to her to want to let her know that she's not crazy. There's this physiological change that's going on
It
in her body, and to be able to help to calm her mind so that she doesn't believe that this is forever, I'll forever be like this. And this part of this story, for those who are listening, is really dedicated to that woman who feels like doing this particular thing. Like,
yes,
oh my God, I feel like going out of
yes,
this
she was
micro
overwhelmed. Mhm.
because I'm so overwhelmed. I'm hot. No one's listening to me. I feel like I'm going crazy. This is to let you know you are not going crazy.
It's
This is a physiological change, and there are ways to help, and we're here to help. And women, we have to be part of the support for each other when we're going.
yes, we should. And as
Yeah,
I
you
said,
probably
I am so enamored with what women to women are trying to help
absolutely.
each other, and
Mhm.
hope that we listen to each other and that
Yeah.
we're a support system for each other.
Yes, yes. Oh man. To our heart goes out to that lady. We hope that all ended up well. And our heart also goes out to the woman who's feeling the same way. Keep in
Yes.
mind, we're here to support you, and you do not have to go through this alone. Anvi, now during the time as you're working and helping those who were as a home health nurse, and even during the occupational times, was there any other thing that stood out to you that you wish that people then knew that we do know now?
My practice in home health was really geriatrics, you
Ah,
know. And then you hear stories that it goes back to my story. The geriatric patient will tell me their story of how they felt. And she said they would not listen to me.
oh,
I didn't get anybody to listen to me. And
wow.
I said, there but for the grace of God go I.
Mm,
Because, and I'm glad, as I said, I am so happy that we're listening
yeah.
to each other. But it never goes away. It never goes away. You know, you As I said, I think sometimes I still have hot flashes.
You never know, because as we talk about this hormonal thing, we know that
Yes,
our estrogen, we
yes.
start losing our estrogen as we get older. So if we're down to almost what we feel like it's almost
And
nothing.
I got one doctor who suggested that I should get hormones,
Hmm.
but I never got it. He never prescribed it.
How long ago was that?
About 20 years ago.
Wow. So you had a doctor who,
He said maybe we'll try some hormones, but he never.
wow, but
Maybe no,
probably
you
got
should.
the,
He said maybe you should try some hormones,
oh, you should. But
but he
okay, how
never
would you want to get it?
gave me a prescription.
That goes along with the whole, the study that was out during the time that really put a lot of fear in the practitioners, the
Yes,
physicians,
yes,
everyone to
yes,
prescribe hormone for
yes.
those who needed it and who would have
Mhm.
benefited from it. So I'm glad that the black box warning has been removed and that now, patients are working in tandem with their physicians in
Mhm.
discussing the risk factors and what they're comfortable with
Yes,
and
yeah.
being
A hormone would help.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that,
a great help. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, I'm a proponent for it, but I'm
Me
also
too.
here for, the woman who wants
Good.
to discuss if there's like alternative. Absolutely. Hormones are not the only way, but if you want hormone replacement in order to help to do the preventative things that hormone replacement does, which is one thing I want to discuss next, which is help to protect our hearts and our bones. So osteoporosis prevention is something that's really at the forefront of one of the reasons why we want to
Yes.
discuss having
Mhm.
estrogen replacement in our women who fit and they fit that criteria
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
hormone replacement. Now,
Mhm.
when you were working with the patients, did you have any patients who had hip fractures or anything like that from falls?
Yes, yes. We try to prevent falls. That's one of
Absolutely.
our teachings in, home health,
Yeah.
safety in the home, because we had a lot of hip fractures before we got there,
Mhm.
falling and a lot of hip. And it's very hard, I think, to overcome hip fractures when you are a certain age.
Absolutely. It says
I didn't hear you.
it's a woman, but it applies to women who fall and have a hip fracture that their mortality increases by 25%.
Great. I think
So that's
so.
the prevention of that. All of that is so important.
Yes,
Right.
and I think this teaching about hormones and menopause itself and postmenopause
Hmm.
is an eye opener.
Yeah,
And I hope the teachings will be accepted.
absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, you,
Absolutely. Yeah.
sometimes you can teach and it's not accepted, but the teachings will be accepted and, it will help a lot.
Yeah. What if you were to go back now or even talk to the younger version of you, what are some of the things that you would tell that person?
Go find a physician who will listen to you.
Yeah.
That's the criteria. Number one, you're not alone. Go find a physician that you're comfortable with. They will listen to you
Mhm.
and do the best practice.
Absolutely. Wow. And we're about to get close to the end of this wonderful conversation, but I have a very fun question that I ask all my guests, and I'm going to ask you. And the thing is, you guys, for those of you guys who are listening, I didn't tell or give Verna any prep interview, so she's doing this without any prep. But the fun question is, what song or lyrics of a song would you say that epitomized how you were feeling during this menopausal period? What song would you say?
So, man, I just called to say I love you.
Oh, what? Okay, tell me a little bit more about that.
Because when you think somebody is calling or just saying, I love you, it's comforting.
Absolutely.
It is comforting. That
That's,
song, I like that song.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because during that phase, you just feel so
Alone. You're out there. You're out there alone. And somebody say, I just called to say I love you.
oh,
Probably
I love it.
make
I
make
love
it
it.
that. Make the day lighter.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Any last words of wisdom for those who are listening as we end this wonderful conversation, Verna?
It was my pleasure talking to you, Dr. Beckford.
Thank you.
And I just hope you teach, continue your teaching,
Mhm.
and your listeners and your listening. You're a wonderful physician.
Thank you.
Keep doing
Thank,
what you do,
thank
and
you.
look,
Oh,
I just called to say I love you.
hey, I receive it. I receive it. Like you
Thank
said,
you for having me. It was
my
my
pleasure.
pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Aunt Verna. And for those of you guys who are listening, I hope that you take heed to this wonderful message and information that Aunt Verna provided. This is 91 years of wisdom, of strength, and also of perseverance, who have gone through this particular time and has also decided that she wants to provide this great information to you, our listeners out there. As she said, I just call to say, I love you. That's
Thank
how
you. Thank you so much.
my pleasure. All
All the
righty.
best. All the
Well,
best.
we will see you guys next time on the Menopause Stories podcast. Love you all. See you then.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You've been listening to the Menopause Stories podcast. If today's conversation hit home, don't let your story stay stuck in that midlife hijack. Head over to the show notes to book your strategy session and to join the movement of women redefining their power. I'm Dr. Tamara Beckford. Stay optimized, stay bold, and I'll catch you on the next episode.